There are two review assignments with Excel. Kind of wrapping things up here. So, uh, Excel assignment 21 and 22. Right, this is what this will go over, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time here because this is pretty much review. But there are 5 sheets in the first one in assignment 21. 22 has 7 sheets as we kind of go through different things. This one basically just to help with formulas, right? With making sure that we can do person trips based on this formula up here, do the averages for everything. Um, Remember, right, that you've got to go through this formula and put it in such a way that it makes sense to Excel, right? So there is a missing asterisk between the A and that second parenthesis, right there. Right, there's got to be a multiplication symbol, right? Excel will not assume that, right? So just as a reminder. Second one, going through, and I still have formulas in here for you to help remember how to do some of the growth ratios and growth rates. So working on simple formulas here. Third one, you're going to create a pie chart with these data here, right? And you're going to have the percentages of the total in each slice of that pie, right? So you'll work on that one. This looks familiar to you, right? You're going to put in the answers, fill in the information, calculate the information in the blue squares, right? The blue cells, those blue areas where you got to do the work. Okay, that's that one. And then finally, you're going to use the um, 2 graphs. You're going to create 2 graphs from the previous info here, right? So you're going to create a graph around current expenses and one around retained earnings for 2019 to 2023. So one is a 3D clustered column chart and then a 3D line chart, right? Those can be found in the, sorry, got to go over to insert and then the charts here. Those are in there. Okay, so that's the review, first review assignment. Second review assignment, let me pull that one up right there. So again, 7 sheets here. I gave you some help with these again. Right here, you're using large on these and small on this one to get to find the relevant numbers over here, and then you're going to use VLOOKUP to find the names that are associated with those scores in column F. Okay, second sheet, if then, right? And I've got this little helper here. It's not specifically related to this, right? It's just the purpose of putting that there is just as a reminder, right? So if you've got the cell, and in this case, you're going to look for less than 5,000, right? First, right? And if that's true, then you're going to put something in there, right? You're going to do 7%, right? These commissions should be, for example, this is 11,259, right? So that's going to end up being this. I had a hiccup there. We'll see what happens with the video. Might end up being 2. But, right, so again, for this top one, right, what I want in that cell is this sales times whatever commission they're going to get, right? So in this case, it would be 15% because that's more than $10,000. 15% of 11,259 is what should show up in that cell. Okay, and you don't need quotes around it like you see here, right? You're going to have a formula there, right, to show that. If you need help with that, go back to the if then videos to look at that. Okay. I think this is working. If not, I will re-record it. All right, third one. You're using the sum if, right? So you're going to get the totals for Ben, Brennan, Chris, right? You'll go through, right, and do that again. The sum if video is still out there if you need some help going back to do that, right? That's the purpose of all these videos. Okay, so that's the third one. Fourth one, another if then, right? And if it's a 1, that should show up first. This is a 3, that should show up third. That's a 2, that should show up second, right? Just like it shows in those. Okay, and that's number 4. Number 5, you're going to split these out again, right? Let's make these 2 columns instead of 1. Okay, and there's data, text to columns, delimited, space, right? All that stuff's in there. You're going to calculate some things here, right? Standard deviation, median, average, first, third quartiles, 83rd percentile. Two things I'll remind you of. When you're doing percentiles, it's 0.83, not 83, right? You've got to put it into a decimal format, and then remember to format these cells to be money, right? That's the rest of this is dollars and cents, or at least dollars, and the rest of it should be as well. Okay, finally, sheet 7, you're going to do the heat map kind of stuff with this stuff. Okay, so you've got the 2 colored, the 3 colored for various rows. Here's how you do it, right, and how you get to it. Okay, alrighty.